Did you fall out of love?
No.
No. I still love this person.
Yeah, I still
There's
love
no
him.
doubt in my mind.
The Golden Bachelors, Gerry Theresa and Theresa Nist, are getting a divorce. Hey everyone, welcome back to Shared News. Not a great day in Bachelor Nation because it has been announced that Gerry Theresa and Theresa Nist, the first couple from the Golden Bachelor spinoff series, are getting divorced just 3 months after their televised wedding special. The two sat down for an interview with Good Morning America where the bombshell was dropped that they are deciding to dissolve their marriage or get a divorce. Gerry said, Theresa and I have had a number of heart-to-heart conversations, and we've looked closely at our situation, our living situation, and we've kind of come to the conclusion mutually that it's time for us to dissolve our marriage.
I think we just feel like it's best for the happiness of each of us to live apart.
Theresa Nist added, we have received so much love and support from so many people who watched The Golden Bachelor, and I don't think we can tell you how many people told us that it gave them so much hope. We want none of that to change for anybody. This comes on the heels of some reports that they were not living together, that Gerry was still in northern Indiana and that Theresa was still living in New Jersey. Now, they had discussed moving to different cities to be closer together, but I guess it didn't pan out. They say that they still love each other and that it simply came down to the logistics of where to live. Theresa was asked about the expose that came out about Gerry and his past dating history and whether or not that affected the relationship.
No, not for me. No, because Gerry had already discussed that with me. He had explained it to me before the report was ever released. So we were good with that.
Theresa says it was not a factor, as Gerry and her had discussed his past prior to the article coming out. Some other information to come out from this Good Morning America interview, Gerry and Theresa did have a prenup. They remain best friends, and they didn't want to lie to Bachelor Nation and keep the divorce private. I feel like Bachelor Nation is having two very different reactions. Some people not surprised at all. Other people infuriated. Honestly, I mean, 3 months. After 3 months, you're getting divorced. I think it really comes down to the fact that they're getting divorced because they can't decide where to live. Now, if you've been a part of Bachelor Nation for a long time, you know the conversation about where to live is a fantasy suite conversation, right? Or something that definitely should have been thought through before they ended up getting married. It poses a lot of questions. Obviously, did they rush into this televised wedding? Were they maybe pressured by the network? I don't know. Maybe the public had something to do with the pressure of getting married on TV since people loved the show so much. But for it to end like this, wow. I mean, I want to say that I'm surprised, but I'm not entirely surprised, not necessarily because of anything that Gerry and Theresa did or did not do, but because it's the same old song for Bachelor Nation. You know, not a lot of these couples last. The one thing that's different, obviously, they're the first golden couple. They actually did get married on television. It's been a long time since we've had a wedding special, and just 3 months later, they're getting a divorce. 3 months later, they barely beat out Kim Kardashian and Chris Humphries. This story is absolutely rocking Bachelor Nation, so let us know in the comment section what you think of it. Some people are calling it a scam. Let us know if you have that opinion or what you think of Gerry and Theresa getting a divorce. Make sure you're subscribed to our channel before you go. Ring the bell so you never miss out on any Bachelor Nation updates. As always, I'm your host, Morgan Wright, and we'll see you back next time on Shared News.